You're not going to believe this, but I've just picked up 2 new Lego sets that ruin everything I've already done in a Lego City.
Oh no, no.
Okay, so maybe that was a little bit dramatic, but I'm definitely going to need to make changes to the first part of the Lego City that I've already done. So I've always wanted a train track in my Lego City, but I've never gone ahead and put one in because of the loop in the track. I just don't have the space for it in the cities that I've had. That space was way too valuable and I'd rather fill it with modular buildings. But with these 2 sets, I'm finally going to bite the bullet and get a Lego train track in the Lego City. But the difference is there'll be no loops because this tram is going to go forwards and backwards. On one side of the track I'm going to have the beautiful brick cross station from the Bricklink Designer Program. And on the other side of the track I'll use the station that comes in this downtown tram set. But if there's no loop, how will the train go from station to station? I'll be using this clever little gadget called a colour sensor. Once fitted to the train, when the sensor senses a colour on the track, like this, it will send the train back in the opposite direction to where it came. Which is actually a lot more similar to real life. Trains do tend to be on one track, going from one destination to the other, backwards and forwards. So I think that will work really well in the Lego City. The first thing I need to do is get the brick cross station all built and find a location for it in the Lego City, because that will determine where the train track goes in the Lego City for the tram to run on. So here is the brick cross station all finished. Like I said earlier, it's from the Bricklink Designer Program Series 2, and when you were able to pre-order it, you could get it for $280 or £230 here in the UK. Lego have released plenty of train sets over the years, as well as plenty of train stations, but unfortunately they've been pretty basic. But now, thanks to the Bricklink Designer Program, we now have 2 large-scale train stations compatible with modular buildings. This brick cross station and its predecessor Studgate train station. So let's take a closer look at the brick cross train station. It's really given me a London underground train station feel with all of this old architectural detail on the front. It's a sort of detail you definitely find on one of these old city buildings like this. The large entrance has this gated passageway in gold, which looks really nice, as well as these steps that go all across the front of the opening. And then we have the 2 side buildings as well. We've got a newsstand on one side called the News Brick. This is where you can get your papers or maybe a drink to go on the train. And then on the other side, we have this bar and restaurant. Really love all of this glass exterior, makes it look really good. And also the name of this bar restaurant, End of the Dark Ages. If you've ever had a long break from Lego and missed out on some great sets, you definitely know about this. The glass roof of the train station comes off to allow access to the train station foyer. Here there's a fully tiled floor, a musician playing a piano in the corner. In here you'll also find an entrance to the News Brick shop, and on the other side is an entrance to the restaurant bar as well. On this side there's also a staircase leading to an outside balcony. And then lastly, in this interior, we have a arrivals and departure board. Again, everything in this interior is just beautifully designed to match the exterior of this brilliant train station. And then just quickly taking a look at the rear of the building, obviously you can see it comes with some track pieces here. Got a really great platform for the train arrivals and departures. Here you've got a ticket machine where you can get your tickets, a map showing you the train routes, as well as a bench on this side for you to sit and wait for your train. There's a sneaky little rat here hiding down by the track as well, eating some cheese. Above the train platform, we have this outside balcony that I mentioned earlier. Here, this gives you access to the bar and restaurant upper level, and as well above the newsstand on this side. So this room is a small kitchen that you can get to by opening up the side like this. It's a great way to access these 2 rooms, obviously the newsstand down below and this kitchen. Unless you're planning to place a modular building up against this wall, then obviously that will stop you from accessing these 2 rooms. So I really do love this set. I think it looks absolutely beautiful and I'm excited to get it into the Lego City. I'm just hoping that it doesn't look too short compared to some of the other modular buildings. But there's only one way to find out. So let's take it into the Lego City, see if we can find somewhere for it to go. So this is where things start getting a little bit tricky for me, because ideally I would like the train station to be this side of the Lego City to give myself a full length of track going from one side of the Lego City to the other. I'll show you the other side. It's a bit of a mess, but that is where I want the other train station to go. And yeah, I wanted it in this section of the city to begin with. This is the first part of the Lego city that I've started on. I was really happy with this layout and all the details I was putting in and the progress I was making as well. But now, obviously, I'm looking to change it to get the new Brick Cross train station in here. And what I've also got to take into consideration, obviously, is the track. And I'm on the old base plate style of roads, so I'm not really sure how I'm going to incorporate a track into that system, as well as keeping a road down this section. Because obviously, I've got the Ghostbuster Firehouse here, which needs access to the road for the Ecto 1. But I don't know how to keep that a road as well as incorporating a railway track. But anyway, my first idea is to remove these two modular buildings, the diner and the Parisian restaurant, as well as the outside eating area for the diner, and try the brick cross station here. Hopefully there'll be enough space to get the track around the back of the building and to that platform. So we're going to take these out and put that in there and see how that looks. So I've taken those buildings out and placed the station in their place, and unfortunately it doesn't work. While there is space for the track, kind of, it fits. I don't have enough space to get the loop here, and also it just doesn't look right. Minifigures will die if I have the train track there. There's just no protection for them. So back to the drawing board with that. I'm going to have to find somewhere else for it to go, unfortunately. Another one of the reasons I wanted the train station here is because of the height. I wanted to be able to see over it quite easily, see everything that's going on behind it. As you can see, the botanical garden is here. I'm working on the path for out the front of it, and I'm going to be working on other areas of this town square. So it would have been good to just be able to see over all of that, everything that's going on. I've got the option to bring the brick cross station forward, lose the road plates, see if the train track will work that way, see if I can get the curve in. But like I said, I want the road access for the Ghostbuster Firehouse, and I don't really want to be moving that. So back to the drawing board. Let's see if we can find somewhere else for it to go. Okay, do you know how I said I didn't want to move the Ghostbuster Firehouse or lose the road plates? Well, guess what? I moved the Ghostbuster Firehouse and lost the road plates. Okay, so I swapped out the Ghostbuster Firehouse for the construction site, and I've brought the brick cross station forward, which means I've had to take out those road plates and put a half base plate there in front. That gives me enough space to have the track that goes to the platform behind the station, and enough room as well to have that curve that will then continue throughout the Lego city. Obviously, removing those modular buildings has left me with a lot of open area. Yes, the track takes up some of it, and I can work around that, get some greenery in there, make it look really good. And also, I've seen on places like YouTube or Instagram people extending this outside eating area, the terrace area, for the bar and restaurant. And I definitely want to do that. As you can see, I've got a little bit of a base plate there for the right size to do that. I think that will look really good. I've laid down a green base plate for this area because that will continue with greenery coming from the botanical gardens. That will blend in really well. And I've also placed the boutique hotel on this corner here. I thought having the art gallery fits in with that theme with the botanical gardens and kind of like the touristy area. It's definitely going to be a lot of work getting this area all finished. There's a lot of area to cover, but I'm definitely happy with the placement of the brick cross station. It's just about now getting the rest of the area filled in and looking good along with that. So stay tuned for the next update where hopefully I've made some great progress and I'll have some stuff to show you for this area. But thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.